kitten loves to ride on her big sister's back.
My goodness.
I would definitely say they're best friends. It's really nice to live with these two and to witness the blossoming of this love and relationship.
A definite increase in interest in veganism in Palestine and in just basically animal rights, welfare of animals. There has been an increase in looking at how other animals are suffering.
Laura Schleifer, vegan, co-founder of Plant the Land Team Gaza, part 1 of 2. Please continue watching to find out more.
Anything you can eat, I can eat vegan. Alba Paris, vegan.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 6 of many and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments, etc.
July 2023. The Organisation for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons lauds the United States for eliminating its last stockpile of chemical weapons. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene and prosperous world.
Good day, buoyant viewers. My name is Thomas. The admirable people of the scenic Bahamas cherish the green forests and magnificent trees that majestically grace our earth. They celebrate your commitment to preserving these precious natural areas that are vital for our animal friends who call them home.
Fish person returns ball to dog person.
Today, we are delighted to present our show, Laura Schleifer, vegan, co-founder of Plant the Land Team Gaza, part 1 of 2. Laura Schleifer is the co-founder of Plant the Land Team Gaza, a volunteer group in Gaza that works on vegan food justice and community projects. The team buys and distributes vegan food, plants full forests on public land, and provides Gazan farmers with seeds and planting tools. She also serves as the development officer at Promoting Enduring Peace, an organization dedicated to fostering global peace and protecting our environment. Her unwavering commitment to a better world extends to liberating both humans and animal beings from suffering. Laura, who is based in New York, United States, graciously shared with us the genesis of Plant the Land Team Gaza, which was initially formed alongside fellow co-founder Anas Arafat, vegetarian.
I was being contacted by a lot of people in Gaza who were just messaging me directly saying that they were starving, they needed food. Could I help them? And I was also seeing a lot of people in the vegan movement who were starting to do vegan food justice projects that I was very inspired by. So I had this idea to connect with Anas, who I knew was a trustworthy and very dedicated humanitarian aid activist in Gaza, to do vegan food justice in Gaza. So Ramadan, the big Muslim holiday, was approaching. And I contacted Anas and I said, you know, how would you feel about collaborating with me on a fundraiser to bring food to people in Gaza for Ramadan? It's a 30-day holiday. We would help them, support them through the whole holiday to have food, but all the food is vegan. And he loved the idea. And that was great because that made it possible for vegans to be able to help Gaza, because I knew a lot of them did care about Gaza, but not have to worry that their money was going to be used for animal exploitation and slaughter, to know that it was going to be in alignment with their ethics. And so that was the initial idea. And it just randomly turned out that Anas himself happened to be vegetarian.
After organizing several Ramadan fundraisers together, Mr. Arafat approached Laura with the idea of creating a team of volunteers to continue the vegan food aid and address the community's further needs, including humanitarian relief.
In addition to direct food aid, other things like building a water well or providing medicine, things that the community needs, warm blankets, et cetera, et cetera. And Anas was always very serious about the vegan aspect of what we were doing as well, because he would always contact me and say, I just want to make sure you know that, for example, we're giving out insulin, but it's not insulin that's sourced from animals. It's, insulin that is non-animal based. So he took the vegan aspect of it very seriously always. So that is how we started Plant the Land team, and we've been operating for about 5 years now.
The Plant the Land team is a project that is run by and for the people of Gaza. This means the team is familiar with residents' needs and thus can make the best decisions about which activities and initiatives to undertake.
We really wanted to use this as kind of an example that could be set for how local people could start something like this and maybe work with vegans in other parts of the world. And we really want this to become a movement in and of itself in a way. We want to connect with other local grassroots vegan mutual aid initiatives and build a network in that way. And one of the goals that we have long term is to create kind of like a directory where if somebody wants to support, let's say, people in a certain part of the world who need food, they can go and they can look up that region and say, oh, these are local people who are doing vegan food aid in that area. So that was another really big part of the goal that we had for Plant the Land team.
Want to make this world a more peaceful place for all to enjoy? Be vegan.
Gracious viewers, we will pause for a moment to enjoy the sweet song of the bird families in the garden. Our show will return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Safety gear for dog people on motorcycles.
Welcome back to our show. Laura Schleifer, vegan, co-founder of the Plant the Land Team Gaza, part 1 of 2. We asked Laura how people in Gaza react to receiving vegan food.
It's fortunate fortunate in this case because actually their traditional diet is almost entirely plant-based to begin with. If you think about Arab food, right, it's hummus, it's tabbouleh, it's falafel, it's baba ganoush. It's all this stuff that is plant-based. So that made it a very kind of seamless transition. Eating animals in Gaza is a rare thing because it's just too costly. They're getting the foods that are familiar to them, that they eat all the time, and that's made it a lot easier.
The team also planted olive trees, which are highly regarded in Palestine.
Olive trees are very sacred in Palestinian culture because they last for centuries. You buy an olive tree and you plant it, and then that's it. The olive tree will then produce and produce and produce for generation after generation after generation. Anas has actually told me that Palestinians regard olive trees almost like their own children. It's such a huge part of their culture, and it's also something that would stay with them for many generations, producing food. People are really reliant on many different aspects of the olives, the olive leaves. They make tea out of olive oil.
Laura is also grateful for how Plant the Land Team Gaza has been supported by the vegan community. Financial contributions come from kind individuals as well as anonymous donors and well-known organizations.
And I would say overall, I have really been very happily surprised at the amount of support that has come from the vegan community. And two organizations that really have helped us in a major way. One is a group that used to go by the name $1 Million Vegan, and then they changed their name to Generation Vegan. And they helped us with a substantial grant a few years ago. And then again, they helped us a second time when Palestine was struggling with food. Another thing that's really impacted Palestinians' ability to have food was the war in Ukraine driving up prices, the climate crisis driving up prices. So Generation Vegan helped us twice, and they really promoted the work that we were doing, and they were extremely supportive. And the other organization that helped us is a group in the UK called Vegan Compassion Group. And they are a wonderful organization as well. Actually, both of these organizations help vegan food aid initiatives all over the world in many different regions. And Vegan Compassion Group also helps wild animals to rehabilitate them and release them.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master CHINGHAI shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Laura has observed a growing trend in veganism within Palestine over the years.
A definite increase in interest in veganism in Palestine and in just basically animal rights, welfare of animals. There has been an increase in looking at how other animals are suffering.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Laura Schleifer, Hannah Sarafat, and all the dedicated volunteers of the Plant the Land Team Gaza for the vital work that you are carrying out. We are genuinely encouraged and highly motivated by your courageous example. For more information about Plant the Land Team Gaza, please visit planttheland.org, Facebook at Plant the Land Team Gaza, YouTube at Plant the Land Team Gaza 3395.
Vegan, the light that illuminates darkness.
Dutiful viewers, it has been a pleasure to have your company on today's program. Please join us again on Monday, August 12th for Laura Schleifer, vegan, co-founder of the Plant the Land Team Gaza, part 2 of 2, in which we will learn more about Ms. Schleifer's fine work to aid vulnerable humans and animal people. Coming up next is The False Master's Name the World Has to Know, part 4 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples. May individuals of all countries, religions, and cultures soon have peace in a blissful vegan world.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GPGW.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में। कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule और suprememastertv.com/GPGW.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.